I'm not ashamed to own my Lord, nor to defend his cause. Maintain the honors of his word, the glory of his cross.
Hello, I'm James Brown, and on behalf of the Eastern Church of Christ located in Toronto, Canada, I'd like to welcome you to today's edition of Walking Through the Bible, a podcast where we seek to study the Bible and the Bible alone. Please stick around afterwards for information on how you can contact us. But for now, please go to the book of Genesis, and we'll turn you over to Jeremy Disocam for our study of the day.
Thank you, James, and welcome to all of our viewers. This is the 144th lesson in our study of Genesis. On Saturday, we covered Genesis chapter 42, verses 1 to 8, discussing how Joseph's brothers unknowingly came to him in Egypt in search of food. If you missed that episode and would like to watch it, you can find it and all of our other podcasts on our website at www.eastendchurch.org. You can also find them on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/eastendchurchofchrist under the Walking Through the Bible Genesis playlist. Today we're going to begin with Genesis 42 verse 9 and read through verse 20. The text that you'll see on the screen is from the English Standard Version, but you're welcome to follow along with any version that you have. So let's now read Genesis 42, beginning at verse 9. And Joseph remembered the dreams that he had dreamed of them. And he said to them, "You are spies. You have come to see the nakedness of the land." They said to him, "No, my lord, your servants have come to buy food. We are all sons of one man. We are honest men. Your servants have never been spies." He said to them, "No, it is the nakedness of the land that you have come to see." And they said, "We, your servants, are 12 brothers, the sons of one man in the land of Canaan. And behold, the youngest is this day with our father, and one is no more." But Joseph said to them, "It is as I said to you, you are spies. By this you shall be tested. By the life of Pharaoh you shall not go from this place unless your youngest brother comes here. Send one of you and let him bring your brother while you remain confined, that your words may be tested, whether there is truth in you. Or else, by the life of Pharaoh, surely you are spies." And he put them all together in custody for 3 days. On the 3rd day, Joseph said to them, "Do this and you will live, for I fear God. If you are honest men, let one of your brothers remain confined where you are in custody, and let the rest go and carry grain for the famine of your households, and bring your youngest brother to me. So your words will be verified, and you shall not die." And they did so. In this chapter, we have Joseph's brothers coming down to Egypt to buy food. When they get there, they go to Joseph, for he is the one in charge of selling the food. He recognizes them, but they don't recognize him. Verse 9 says that Joseph remembered his dreams. If you recall, all the way back in chapter 37, lesson 126 of this series, Joseph dreamed that one day his brothers would bow down to him. These dreams were the basis of their hatred of Joseph, but even though 22 years had passed, these dreams were now being fulfilled by God. Joseph's demeanor towards his brothers seems to be rather harsh, which I'm sure can cause some readers to think that Joseph is acting out some sort of revenge against his brothers. But that's not what he was doing here. He was testing them here to see if their attitudes had changed, and he wanted to glean some information about their family. Remember, he could understand them, even though they didn't realize that. If he had approached them as a friend, he might not have received any information at all, and if he did, the information would not have been very reliable. By frightening them, however, it increased the likelihood that he would get out of them the truth, even if only as a way for them not to die. Joseph calls his brothers spies, sent to spy out the nakedness of the land, presumably so that they could come and conquer it. The brothers quickly try to calm any such fears by telling Joseph that they are 12 brothers of one man who lived in Canaan. Their youngest brother was still at home with their father, while the older brother is no more, meaning he's dead. Now, since they were forthcoming about the brother whom they thought to be dead, it would certainly be an encouragement to him that his brothers were also telling the truth about Jacob and Benjamin. However, Joseph wants them to prove it. In order for them not to be considered as spies, he tells them that one of them will be sent back to get Benjamin, while the rest were to be held in jail. If they refused to do this, they would be considered spies and would be dealt with. He gave them time to think about it, 3 days in custody. After this, Joseph came to them and appeared to change his mind by telling them that one of them would remain in custody, while the rest would be allowed to return with food, but would be instructed to return with the youngest. I don't believe Joseph changed his mind here. He did this in order to gain their trust. He told them that he feared God, something that was entirely true. To the brothers, though, this would have been comforting, for their God was a righteous, just, and merciful God, and those who feared him would exhibit those qualities. We'll continue with this story, the Lord willing, tomorrow. With that, our time is up for today. Please join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow, when we will continue our study of Genesis, beginning with Genesis 42, verse 21.
Thank you, Jeremy. And to our viewers, we also thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Should you have a question or comment, please leave them below or email them to answerintheword@gmail.com. We'll try to respond to you as quickly as we can. We hope you'll join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow when we will be continuing on our study of the book of Genesis. Goodbye for now and have a great day.
I'm not ashamed to own my Lord, nor to